one up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the...
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Go sack. Mike's phone. Check Mike, check Mike. Check.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Down. 18 Gators. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 5.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety Jamal Adams. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Dixon, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A shotgun give to Fournette. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Minshew sets to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. After the interception, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go. 60 out long. 54. Watch the screen.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Minshew. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On the draw, this is Fournette. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times up.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw is Darnold. Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Bell. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first, as he can only make it to the 11. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A little brief second of indecision there was certainly hooking, but bottom line, it's good.
Yeah, and, got a little bit of English on it, right? That left-footed kicker trying to pop it through. A little bit too close to the right upright for his liking, but he'll take the 3.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right here, right here. Ready?
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On a jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Get up the field.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A good lane to run there for Bell as he'll get about 7 on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set 30 base. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Check. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
5.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
60 Pittsburgh.
That's a gain of 3. It's
Topper!
3rd and 7.
Check Mike 54. Mike, big grip.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check. Go 80. Hey, check. Check out route.
Here's Darnold. On a crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Darnold to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit. Let's go.
Throwing again is Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Let's go.
Their own 36-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Let's go. 50, plant. Check. Watch the recon, 132 fighter. I'm coming. Get it.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. They'll run with Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
General West.
10 yards on the pickup. Tight down. Check it out. 3-yard line.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Ready?
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Check 13.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry by Bell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Bell, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Darnold on 3rd down. Open man is Anderson. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Jets.
40, we go side. Mike, 44. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Oh, good move. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
Again, Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets
and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bilal Powell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Next, the score, Jets 27, Jaguars 17.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Darnold from the gun. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Bell. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, it's Bell. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! We're going to sign. 44's the money. All right.
On 2nd down, it's Powell. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big-body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those big... Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
X3, 218, chop 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Minshew sets to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion. And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward. Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught at the 10. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go. Fofo. Mike's Fofo. Hey, watch the slant.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
What's that? Come on, 44 Mike. Check. It's just me and you. It's just man, ain't he?
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Flushed out right. They shakes him up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Alert 3. No waiting.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, Darnold trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Ready? 30 base. Mike 54. I'm here all day. Ready?
Out of the gun is Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw it. Minshew under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.